getting ready now for our first of 2 practice sessions leading into an elimination armour or qualifying session, then leading into a sprint race this afternoon. We've got 3 sprint races through the weekend, and 300 points are available. 144 points is the margin that Shane Van Gisbergen holds in hand at the moment. We saw a valiant attempt at Sydney Motorsport Park in the wet with Jake LeBrock trying to hang on in slicks there as well. The point being, so good to see this young team, both cars in the same colours this year. Oh, Heimgartner spoled off wide down there. That's exactly what we were describing early on, that you get tiny little bit greedier under brakes into the final corner. It only takes an extra half metre and you're out of space down there. So great to see Mattstone Racing doing strong, and Hazelwood's actually crept into the top 10 in the championship. Kilos of sand to unload there.
That one was looking good for about P7.
And there's, you'll see the replay of what happened here. So he's got the inside front lock, not uncommon, and it's very loose down there. It's been ploughed in preparation for this weekend, so he would have picked up the throttle at a point in second gear just to be able to punt it out the other side. Here's the other angle of it. So that doesn't take much. And once you do lock down there, you just cannot stop the car. So effectively end up with 5 sets to do your 3 races and your qualifying. But because of the 3-part elimination qualifying, it's a bit of a challenge. Man from Snowy River, caravans.
It's going that way now.
Yeah, heading to the Snowy River by the look of it.
That's a long way off the road. I don't reckon I've seen a car off the road that far. Now, there was the little bump. I think there was contact there with Hazelwood and Courtney at the final corner. Will Brown, as you said, they've got that car to be a little better. Brody Kostecki's in 5th. Chris Pither has now gone up to 7th, so it's a nice job for the Coke entry. And the whole field is 1.3 seconds. Brock Feeney currently in 25th.
We're going to see a practice start sequence off the back of this session once everybody's crossed the line and taken the checkered flag as well, which is now customary at the end of the first session. It's a very short, sharp blast down into turn 1 at this location. You know, Scafie, I stopped and went back early in the week because it's so good for everybody to be back over here and for us to be starting to make our way to becoming a truly national sport once again. And everybody in the country has obviously been suffering from the last couple of years of lockdown. But I went back and looked at what the journey is. It's all fine and dandy when you jump on an airliner and arrive over here. But when you have to jump in the trucks and bring these transporters over here, it's a heck of a ride. So Will Davison, by the way, just jumping up into 6th. So there's always action to the right-hand side as the cars face turn 1. Here's our results confirmation. 53.9 for Cam Waters. Chunky margin for him over Anton De Pasquale, Dick Johnson Racing, and Tickford getting off to an excellent start. So too Jack LeBrock. Car number 34, Reynolds continuing that fine form. Brody Kostecki, Will Davison, Macaulay Jones, who was strong at the Australian Grand Prix. Pither, Slade and Brown, our 10. Next group headed up by Holdsworth, Percat, who did a long run that we picked up on earlier. Van Gisbergen, Courtney, Jake Kostecki, Heimgartner, Hazelwood, Winterbottom, Chaz Mostert. A couple of wins in Melbourne for him, and looking further down to Randall, Smith, Pye, Jacobson, Fullwood and Brock Feeney. 1.3 seconds the margin covering the entire field. And the top 10 cars covered by just 1/3 of a second. So we'll analyse practice number 1. In particular, we'll be looking at the way in which tyres behave over the journey, and we'll look forward to bringing that chat to you when practice number 2 unfolds.